Hi, I'm Rebecca Marie, and this is part 2 of how COVID saved my life. So after finding out the biopsy results that it was 50% chance of cancer, I had to wait and see when my surgery was going to be scheduled. Surgeries were stopped because of COVID. So when surgery started up again in August, I was one of the first to be scheduled. However, they had scheduled it for a couple months later, and then I got a call that the hospital wasn't going to take my insurance, so they had to move it up to the end of August. And even then, it was still at least a month or even longer that I had to wait. I still had to show up to work in hospice. I was a music therapist at the time, and going into hospital settings for the inpatient unit, singing and being there for dying patients and supporting the families, while on the back end, in the back of my mind, thinking I might have cancer myself. So I spent a lot of time processing the possibilities, processing what I would do if it were true. And for me, that was thinking, what would I miss? What would I regret not doing? Is there any unfinished business? Because not only are you presented with the possibility of losing your life, I was presented with the possibility of losing my voice. So I was thinking, wow, I've only released one song at this point, and I have all these songs that I've been wanting to put out, and I haven't even recorded them. So I asked my friend Josh if he would record my songs just in case. And I remember we recorded all 7 songs, I believe in one day, if not over the course of a couple days. That made me feel a lot better. That if anything happened, at least my songs were recorded, and they were in some sort of time capsule that would be kept even if I lost my voice. And so a lot of this season, the waiting game, the in-between, is a lot of writing, a lot of healing, a lot of support. Thank God for my friends and family during that time. I would argue that the hardest part is the waiting. I guess life happens in the in-between. What are you gonna do with your in-between? I'm so grateful that the surgery happened, and I'm here to tell you this story today. So tune in next week for the 3rd and final part of how COVID saved my life.